There's another revelation I had about myself when it comes to trials. And that is that sometimes my suffering in the trial becomes my focus. My suffering in the trial becomes my focus. Not what God can do, but woe's me becomes my focus. And it becomes a mountain in my life. When if I would have focused on God to begin with, He would have been the mountain. He would have been the rock on which I stood, rather than my suffering become this giant mountain. And I was thinking about, as that little piece was unfolding in my mind, I was considering, God, what is your perspective of this trial? And he took me to the memory of when we are from Central Oregon. And in Central Oregon, your view of the Cascade Mountain Range is different than on this side of the mountains. And we lived not too far from the base of the mountains, about an hour and a half. And I was making it a practice every summer to climb to the top of Broken Top, which is the jagged peak to the south of the Three Sisters. And it's exhilarating. It is exhilarating. But when you get to the top of Broken Top, this is the Three Sisters when you're looking to the north, and they just appear to be so small from that vantage point, right? They just look like these little mounds. And I began to think, like, God, you look at the earth like a topographical map where you just see these little peaks. And so when it comes to my trials and my struggles, I think that He just sees that as this little blip on the map. And I asked Him, like, Lord, please help me to change my perspective when it comes to these trials. You're so much greater. I make the trial so much greater than God in my mind. God's so much greater.